Welcome to The New Perspective, a channel dedicated to awakening consciousness. A place to join together with companions in our spiritual journey. Hi, this is Denny. Welcome to The New Perspective, a place where we can all join together to grow in consciousness, to discover who it is we really are. And today we're going to take a look at the places to find God. How do we find that higher being, our higher selves? Well, one of the most difficult places to find God is in church. Also in some temples and other religious organizations. Because when we walk into those, we discover dogma, how we are supposed to be acceptable in the eyes of our Lord. And boy, we know that what we feel just isn't right. You know, with religion, some of them say, you were born a sinner. I mean, there is pretty much no hope for you. You're just going to have to fake it through life. And maybe if you're lucky, you will do it right enough to be acceptable in the eyes of God and go to heaven. If not, honey, you're right on your way to hell. And you know, if you piss that big guy off, he's sending you to hell because the Lord thy God is a jealous God. Yeah, right. Oh, did I tell you? He loves you unconditionally. Now that makes no sense. So trying to make sense out of dogma is truly a waste of time. Much of that dogma was created when man was just so scared, when we needed rules, when we needed ideas to hold on to so that we could live our lives and feel safe. Well, our consciousness has now grown beyond that. Now we no longer need dogma, but the church or religion is still important. In that when you do find God there, you find God in the congregation. This is when people join together in love and caring to be there for the community, to be there to help others, to be there as a source of strength for those that need it. Notice, it's the coming together in love. Now, if we're going to look at what Jesus had to say and just sort of skip the dogma, all he brought in the way of, quote, commandments was, number one, love the Lord thy God with all thy strength, all thy heart, all thy soul, all thy might. And two, love your neighbor as yourself. And isn't that what we are doing here? Learning to choose love in every situation, to love ourselves, to love our neighbors, to look at the world through the eyes of love. That doesn't require religion. It requires consciousness. And so if your church brings you peace and you find God there, you are among the lucky. So few of us can when we hear such discordant information in the dogma. But oh, when we find the love in the congregation and we find ourselves being lovingly accepted, then church is where we can go for solace and comfort. So it's really important to get it that we don't need religion to find God. In many ways, religion is like training wheels. We use it, we need it as we learn. But when we establish our own connection, then we take those training wheels off. And then we don't need anything but our own connection to our Creator. So let's take a look at that word dogma. Now, the belief there is that God is separate from you, that God is somewhere above, always judging, always looking. No, that's the error. If you will reverse the word dogma, you will find where God lies. The way to find God is to look within. Dogma, spelled backwards. Am God. Allow yourself to think about that. Allow yourself to become more conscious as we begin to discover who is it we really are. So until next time, see you then. This is Denny saying bye.